What's up? What's up? What's going on? Welcome to 2 Cents, where we talk about any and everything and give our 2 cents. Today's show, we're going to talk a little bit about this whole situation with, Gabby Douglas making statements on Twitter, which is causing Twitter backlash, which seems to be like the norm for us. But without further ado, let me introduce today's crew. Of course, Sugar Booger's here, but we also have a special guest with us who is related to Sugar Bug. It is her sister Erica. So let me welcome both of them to the show. Yo, ladies, what's going on?
What's up? Morning. What's up?
Now, can you guys tell the difference between either one of their voice? Because I damn sure don't. I don't see the difference. But they both sound alike to me. But it is what it is. But how you guys doing though?
I'm
Good.
great.
So Erica, are you nervous about? Are you nervous about being on the radio and people hearing your voice and all that stuff?
I'm not a nervous person. I'm good.
All right. Cool. Well, I guess we'll get right into it. Obviously, we were just talking about it and just reading on it, but the internet is giving Gabby Douglas hell for the statement she made, basically saying that women should dress a certain way if they don't want to be harassed in a sense. And that's not a direct quote. That's just summarizing that up. But I was like, I get what she's going with that, but I had this very same conversation with a good friend of mine last week. What's up?
You broke up just for a second.
Okay, all right. So it's like I said, me and a good friend of mine, who is an advocate for women's rights and naturally being a woman, but she just made purpose. It shouldn't matter what the fuck that she's wearing. It's her body. A woman should feel comfortable wearing what she wants to wear without without having to worry about a guy coming up to her or saying some dumb shit or getting or garnering some type of attention that she didn't want. So you two.
What's crazy about that is they wear these skimpy bathing suit this wardrobe for what they do, and they shouldn't expect to have men or anyone shame them for what they're doing, and she should know that already. So it's so crazy that she even said that to me.
Yeah, and her teammates came at her too. I think that they should have talked about that shit on the phone and not online. You know what I'm saying? Like this, I don't know what this is about, where we have
some damn videos or whatever.
Yeah, being public. My thing is being public figures. I don't feel like that was a public conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys are public figures now. Now Timmy and Tyrone, they can say whatever the fuck they want to say on Twitter in a reply, but Gabby and Simone Biles need to talk. You know what I'm saying? Like on a more private, in a private conversation about the situation. She can air her out like that. It shouldn't have been for online. That's just my take on that. So as far as with you two ladies, as far as like your attire, do you feel like Gabby has a point, or you disagree with that? Yeah, I don't know how the hell I'm breaking up, and it's weird because it's like yours is kind of scratched up a little bit. Maybe it's having both of you guys on the line. Maybe your phone isn't equipped for that, Ebony.
Can you take mine off the speaker? Let me take it off the speaker. Is that better?
Yeah, it's fine now. Can you hear me though?
Yeah, no, I can.
Okay. All right, so you see it. So basically, Ebony Sugar Booger fucking it up in the morning. So I got you. That's how it goes down. We have your sister here as a guest. Damn it! We're trying to conduct this show, properly. So that she can come back and give her 2 cents on a couple things. But no. So Eric, I'll ask you. Do you feel like that the way you dress will should matter as far as like a guy doing something disrespectful or something that you didn't want?
Of course not. Disrespect is disrespect. It doesn't matter what you wear or what you have on. It's about somebody respecting your body and what you're doing.
Right.
When, you know, everybody's free to do whatever they want to. It comes a matter of that person. And if they're going to do that, regardless of what you're wearing, it's wrong. You know?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's right.
Okay. And Sugar Booger.
And, you know, based on what you said, that conversation, why was it a public conversation? That could have been a phone call.
I don't know what that's about, man. No, we ain't about to have that conversation. Not at all.
That's crazy.
Cool.
Yeah, but you know what? I kind of feel like it kind of stems from other issues that they had, you know, a couple years back. So that's probably what it really is.
Who the hell got issues? I mean, I don't follow them.
What's that?
Who had issues? What, Gabby and the child with Simone?
Yeah, I think there was a lot of issues during, you know, when the Olympics were on TV. They had a lot of issues between the teammates, and I think Gabby Douglas kind of felt like she was the oddball out a lot of times, you know, between the teammates, and I think that's why those two kind of stick together as far as sticking up for each other and stuff like that. I think Gabby's always felt like she's the odd man out, so she's gonna just say whatever the hell comes in her mind.
Right. Well, I mean, she's older than them, right? Isn't she older than them? She's legal now, right?
Yeah.
21, 22, something like that?
No.
Yeah, you're not the focus no more. I mean, there's a new Michael Jackson in the crew. You know, it's the youngest. You go with the youngest. You know, it's Simone. Simone is she's the hot ticket right now. So, and
that probably brings a lot of tension, man. If you get knocked out by these younger kids, you're gonna have some issues.
It's always
don't make anything be an issue.
You know, it happens. It happens. At one point in time in Full House, Stephanie was the cute kid. She was the youngest, and then Michelle came up and started talking. So there's some shit you just gotta deal with. That's just what it is. So Suge, I mean, what about you? What's your thoughts on as far as like, you know, women having to dress a certain way to prevent guys from, you know, I would say harassing them?
That's not true. I mean, I could be dressed like a dang monk and still get raped. You know, it's assaulted or whatever. You know, being from where, you know, I'm around all the time, constantly about, like, even women in the military or, you know, in their workplaces, they're dressed professionally, you know, wearing uniforms or whatever. It could be a food service worker. And it happens to them. And so her making that comment about how they're dressed, that was just uncalled for. That, you know, that doesn't even make any sense. And I agree with y'all. It was not a public, you know, it was nothing to be said in public about it. That was not a conversation for the public.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but it doesn't matter how you're dressed. If somebody wants you, they gonna get you. Regardless of what you have on, they gonna get you.
Yeah.
And, you know, for some people, it's all about control, so they don't give a damn what you're wearing.
So I mean,
it's all about that control.
Another point that I wanted to point out with our, I would say, our society in general is this Twitter backlash bullshit where we just bully the fuck out of somebody because they say some stupid shit. You just go into it and you just say the worst shit ever, like Gabby, you should die now for saying that. Like once somebody said you're done. Somebody said, Gabby, you're done. Why is she done? About what? Because she felt that way?
Yeah.
She could have been saying stupid. She could have been saying stupid shit long before she did a flip in the fucking air at the Olympics. What does it matter? You know her for doing fucking. You know her for doing fucking flips. It's like people that say, you know, they don't like Kanye West is the worst. Bitch, you only know him for making you dance. Let him make you dance. Shit, shut the fuck up.
Twitter goes hard on any subject, anybody, right?
Sensitive. It's a bunch of sensitive shit.
Everybody should be entitled to an opinion at the end of the day, right or wrong. I mean, people gonna let you know, but the way they go at it is horrible. It'll break you down. You say something, you mess up, say something wrong. Sometimes it makes people hypocrites because you say one thing, but then you start acting crazy, and you're like, well, wait a minute, you know?
It's just sensitive. I'm very sensitive. So, you know, it's very, very sensitive. Everyone's so sensitive online. That is, you know, like in person, I don't see people being that way. I don't really think people care that much or why they would even care. But I mean, again, these celebrities, they give up their personal lives for that whole thing of being a celebrity. So it's just kind of something that comes with it. But, you know, it's different in today's era because, you know, imagine, I want you guys just to imagine if Michael Jackson had fucking social media when he put his kid over that balcony. As far as like the shit that would be said.
Oh my Lord, he almost had a little blanket over that falcon.
Yeah, and then folks will be like, you won't be able to moonwalk your ass out of this. You're done, or some shit like that, or any random bullshit. Yep. You better call Billie Jean because I'm calling her right now, telling her to come pick her kid up. Be shit like that. Oh, yeah. You're gonna need a real blanket when you go to prison for this shit, Michael. Just it'll be those are random ass tweets that you'll probably see, but it just shows how. Yeah, I want to think about it. I want to think about that shit for a while. Imagine OJ had fucking social media, and he comes out after finding out that he's got, obviously they see Nicole's dead, and he just puts "I didn't do it" on Twitter, and that motherfucker's gonna get retweeted. They're gonna attack his ass. They're gonna call him everything under the sun. It's just something to think about how different things would be, especially like the or even the Rodney King situation. When there would be an internet shutdown if that jury comes back and the word, they get the word from the jury that they find all the cops not guilty. It would be a total uproar. We would see every meme possible. It's total overload.
Desperate on there, everything.
Yeah. Total overload. But what else we want to get into? So yesterday, both me and Suge had our holiday parties to go to, and so Suge, what type of food did you guys have at yours, and what did you bring?
I didn't bring nothing but myself and my child, but I got there late. I had to do a last minute job, so I got there late. And by the time I got there was no food besides dessert. But I'm kind of glad because some of it was questionable. You just like, I don't know.
Well, everybody be like that, you know what I'm saying?
So work potlucks are questionable. I'll tell you that. Yeah, the desserts, the prepackaged desserts.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Let me tell you about a questionable dessert that somebody brought. One of my friends had a potluck, and this girl was gonna bring in a cake, and it was some kind of, I don't know if it was like Cat's Day or whatever. You know how they have every day of the week they have some sort of day.
Yeah.
And so she wanted to make like a cat a cake theme for a cat. So she put saran wrap over the cake and had her cat walk all over the frosting, so there was paw prints.
A cat?
Yeah. That's why I question people and their food habits and eating other people's food at potluck.
Fuck the dumb shit. So she's the first one to have a furless cat. So there's no fur on the cake.
Man, I don't know. I didn't eat it, and neither.
Or did she try to pass it off? Did she try to pass it off?
All your food ain't good when all the other bowls are empty, and then there's that one dish that still got a lot of food in the tray.
Did she try to pass? Did she try to pass those? I would say like like her fur, like the cat's fur off his coconut or anything or something like that. That's a coconut cake. Like is that coconut cake? I don't want
know what people be thinking. It's crazy.
I don't want any coconut cat cake. I don't eat coconut cat. That's not delicious for me.
I don't even like cat.
No, but I was, but at our function, I'm well equipped in the kitchen, but I was lazy this year, and most of the main meals were already taken by other folks, and that's just my excuse of not wanting to cook this year. But I brought wings from Publix, and fried wings from Publix.
Oh man, I love Publix wings.
It's the Chronic. It's called the Chronic. That's what those wings are. They're called the Chronic. But what I have to give the standout thing about the I would say the food that I had there was this Coca-Cola ham that one of my good buddies from work brought. Amazing, simply amazing. I've never tasted a ham so tender outside of a deli, or like buying in like sandwich meat and shit. That shit was awesome. I have to say, and what he said is like you cook it with like or any meat, like there's a certain I think it was like an acid in pineapple that breaks down protein, so it makes it kind of tender, but it will turn it to mush if you do it too long. So it's like, you can like. So I was thinking like, man, that probably kills some ribs. So like if you do that, you put pineapple juice, like if you marinate. Yeah, the business. It'd be the business. So that's something for you guys to try out. You know what I mean? For those that do cook. Yeah, but so I was just marinate meat in pineapple juice, but you don't want to cook it for too long because it will turn to mush. But yeah, it was great. It was awesome. It was good. And then we always got like the typical just like one agency that works with us brings in a big tray of like I would say like Cuban sandwiches and stuff like that, or just a big tray of sandwiches, which was great though. That, and then like yeah, that was good. It was good. But and then there's those, and then you have those dishes where like you obviously see there's a lot of it left because a lot of people are unsure what the fuck that is. Some folks use like these holiday holiday parties as tryouts for new dishes. And
yeah, it's never a place to try out new stuff.
Listen.
You
got.
Or try it earlier.
I need labels. Anything with white sauce, and you don't know what the white sauce is, you need something with labels on it. You need to tell me what that is. I need ingredients. I need to know how many I need to know how many calories and grams of fat that has. We need the whole list when we see shit like that.
And I need you to stand by your dish. When you make something, stand by your dish.
Yeah.
If you eat their own food, it ain't good.
Yeah.
And I had a really good potluck yesterday. We had our work potluck yesterday, and I didn't really sign up for anything because I've been so busy, so I wasn't really going to do anything. What's up? You'll cook for me when you get though, right? Yeah, I always cook. I'm the person that they lean to cook, but I was going to let everybody have it this year, and somebody signed up. For the last 9 years, I brought the macaroni and cheese. I go down, and someone had signed up for that, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to let them do it, let them have their shine.
So, let me cut you.
I ended up calling. That person ended up calling me at 9 o'clock the night before and saying, "Hey, I can't do it. It's not turning out good. I need your help." so I ended up going to the store last night and buying all the stuff I needed for the potluck. But it turned out good. And they also wanted me to make a ham, which I've never made. My mom usually makes the ham, so that was kind of trial and error, and I did exactly what you said. I used the pineapple juice, the brown sugar, and stuff in the little cherry juice, and I let it marinate, and I put it in a slow cooker, and it came out really good. I was pretty surprised with the ham.
That's good. Now the macaroni and cheese, I imagine is baked, right? Because we don't do stovetop macaroni and cheese.
We don't do that. We don't do that stovetop stuff.
Maybe skillet. Maybe skillet. You might get away with some skillet macaroni and cheese. If you do it right. That's another way of doing it. But yeah, that stovetop shit, that Kraft macaroni and cheese, don't bring that shit to a potluck. Don't ever do that shit.
Yeah, you can't bring that to a holiday potluck.
No, you can do that. That's like you could bring it to a church picnic for the kids, but don't bring that shit to don't bring that shit to. It doesn't make it like Kraft macaroni and cheese. Don't make it at Thanksgiving holidays. It's just not. At least not in Black culture. I don't get to speak for any other culture but mine. But in Black culture, we don't do that shit. So yeah. That's right. Okay, and now that I got you guys full attention, I want to talk about the sexiest man alive right now.
Oh, come on! I knew you were going to bring it up.
And apparently, it's Blake Shelton. So again, I don't find men attractive, but apparently women do. Women find Blake Shelton to be the sexiest man alive. It has to be the Pizza Hut commercials. It had to be that. It had to be Pizza Hut. With everything, this is backlash for Papa John's. I believe they gave him Sexiest man alive because he did the Pizza Hut commercial. This is backlash towards Papa John's. I'm sold on that. I'm sold on that theory.
I think your theory is right, because there ain't no way. I mean, do everybody have their eyes closed? I mean, nobody voted for it. Idris Elba or nothing like that. There's plenty of other men that are way more attractive than he is. I'm surprised by that, actually. You could have got a fantasy. I would have liked him to be on there. He was fine. We're all being punked. Oh! That's crazy, Blake Shelton. I don't think so. I looked at him real good yesterday. I just sat back. Let me take this in, because maybe there's something I'm missing. I don't think so. Delegation. Y'all can't be messing with Papa John's and stuff like that and expect nothing to come of it. This is what y'all get.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Now, there's plenty of other men that I find so attractive than Blake Shelton is. I mean, he wasn't even on my looker list. You can't make it. I think we need to do a revote. Can we talk? Yeah. We do a different vote.
Yeah, a revote. That's my word. I'm using that word. You done fucked up now. I'm taking that shit. Yeah, I want to revote. You know, that's what I'm taking. That shit. You know, I'm sick and tired of this shit. The sexiest man alive, Blake Shelton. Yeah, we need a revote. That's what needs to be done.
I mean, Dave East wasn't on the list. Dave East.
She's talking about the rapper. She's talking about the rapper.
Yeah. You gotta look him up.
He's regional. He's regional. He's regional and cultural. So yeah, you're not gonna know that. That's why everybody knows Blake Shelton because of what that show, The Voice. Who else is on The Voice with him?
I think I want to say is on The Voice. I thought at one time. Let's see. Mariah Carey. I don't think so. They have Adam Levine, Alicia Keys, Gwen Stefani.
They're not there. You naming the old cast.
J Hud.
Yeah, Adam.
I know J Hud is on there, right?
Yeah, she's on there now, but I don't think is Stefani on there now? I don't know.
Yeah, well that's what they're saying right now. Yeah, there's coaches.
Yeah, I don't know. Next year, Randy Jackson will be he'll be the sexiest man alive according to the people that's voting.
Oh yeah, it can only go downhill from here.
Yeah, and I don't know how it works. Or even what's that motherfucker that got fired from Fox News? Bill O'Reilly. Bill O'Reilly will be sexiest man alive next year. That's candidates right there.
Oh man.
Yeah, Bill O'Reilly will be Bill O'Reilly will be fucking the sexiest man alive, and so what do they do for sexiest woman alive? That's my question. Do they even have that?
What do you think would be sexiest woman alive? Let's ask you.
Sexiest woman alive right now is Gabby from Empire. Yeah. Precious. Let's see who else. No. In all seriousness, it's a few. It's a few up there. I mean, even Melissa Ford at her age, she can still hold it.
Oh yeah.
She can still hold the title.
She's pretty hard.
Shit. What's shorty?
I think Gia Casey is top 5 in the game right now.
What's shorty? I don't the Texas chick that's yeah, I'm a big supporter for the thick ones getting recognition. So the one chick that I guess she's not switching up her attire because the white lady had an issue with what she was wearing. She's a weather she works on the news and shit. Yeah, Demetria, that's her name. Yeah, Demetria, and then Tabria Majors, she's a plus size model. She's coming for Ashley Graham. Believe that shit. Let's see who else. What else? I mean, Sofia Vergara for sure. Salma Hayek. Yeah, she can still catch that. I haven't. Man, when we make it with this show in Hollywood, just want to meet her once. That's it. Just want to stare into her eyes. And then I can get
Nicole Murphy. What about Nicole Murphy? Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's killing it. She's an older lady. She's killing it.
Yeah. She beats. It's her eyes. It is her eyes. Her eyes are everything. And Yeah, even I will still have to go with I still have to go with Kim Kardashian. She still, I mean, regardless of what she says out her mouth, she's still put together very nicely. You know, bought or not, she's put together very nicely. Um, Hell, I'll even get Candy from Escape. You know, Candy Burris. You know, she's bad. Uh,
Yeah.
what's the shit? The one that nobody likes on the show too. Kenya Moore stay. Yeah, she's still nice.
Oh man, I can't co-sign on that Kenya Moore thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if she comes in like that.
What you need? What you need, a revote?
I need a revote on
All
that
right.
one.
Fine, we just revote. We'll give
We need a revote on that one.
we'll give it to Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen next year for sexiest woman alive. We'll do that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Maybe throw up on when he said that.
Yeah. What, the too skinny? That too
Dark,
is it too
very
skinny?
dark.
Is it too skinny? Is it too soon?
Man, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Mary Kate and Ashley. They don't even look that. They look like they've aged 20 years.
Oh, you bullshitting. Yeah, Nikki. I can give it to Nikki too. Yeah, Nikki's, yeah, she's, yeah. Matter of fact, that's what we can talk about. That shit. Yeah, so, you know, she did that cover. You know, it's like a menage a trois. It's just three of her. You know, she got multiple personalities and shit. And it's just, and a lot of, and again, Twitter backlash given to Eve for you know, her statements, and you know, in regards to like, once you basically what Eve is saying is like, once you make it, you don't gotta do that shit no more. You know, as far as like you get to a certain status, you don't have to, you know, parade yourself around like in a second. And the way that Nicki Minaj doesn't bother me none, because again, I'm a heterosexual guy, and I'm into women. So again, if she's gonna reveal more of her body, I'm going to continue to look. And that's what she is. She's an entertainer, you know. So I'm going to be entertained. And yeah, she looks quite enticing. I will say that. She did it for Paper Magazine. It was a beautiful paper, beautiful cover to me. Because again, she's showing more of what, you know, those that want to see more of her body want to see. But a lot of people feel a certain way, like it's just out of place. It's tacky. It just sets women back, you know, in a lot of years and things. But I mean, I think we've got to understand the game that she's in. You know, right now, you know, being a female MC right now, the hottest one, and for most people's eyes, is Cardi B, who is, you know, again, a stripper turned rapper that's actually getting a lot of notoriety right now. Personally, I think it's a flash in the pan thing, and it's nothing personal. You know, it's just the way our society works. You know, we have a short-term memory when it comes to this shit. You know, I mean, we were talking about the Thanksgiving Shirley Caesar shit one week, and then it's gone. And then, you know, same thing with Wendy Williams, and you know, that whole thing with her falling, that was like a week, but it's all over. So I just don't see Cardi B, you know, what the song she did, Bodak Yellow. I don't know if you really can top that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, she has her fans. I mean, she has women that like feel like she speaks for them or comes from the same area. So you're gonna have your own set of fans. But I just don't know if it's going to be any more than what it is right now, because the single was that big. You know, it just happens that way. You know, that's how the music biz works. But I mean, what did you ladies think when you saw that cover?
I thought it was dope myself. I mean, I think to Eve's point, and she came back on there and addressed it. It's just her opinion, but she's not really bashing Nicki. But the way that everyone's gonna take it, you already know Twitter and everything else, they're gonna take it a certain way and run with it, and all the Nicki's fans. But I think I love the cover. I think it was nice. It was well put together, and that's just sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. It's her. It's her character. She's pretend. She ain't everybody be something she's not. You know, that's where she's always been like that. So I mean, it goes with the character. You know, portrayed the rapper.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, just be all like, oh no. I mean, like, I wasn't surprised at her cover. I mean, that's Nicki Minaj. That's her. You know, I don't listen to her that much or anything, but that's her. You know, that's her.
Yeah.
So people that are making the comments probably people that don't listen to her music but really don't know what she's about. Because if they did know, then they'd be like, okay, this is her. It fits, it fits with her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's different if I saw somebody like Mary J. Blige doing that, and I'll be like, wait a minute. Now, I don't know about all this because, that's not her persona. That's not who she is.
Yeah, Mary J. Blige, she just does those Star Wars dances on stage and shit when she dances around. Like that shit was funny. They took a lightsaber and put it like in her hand while she was doing all that shit that she does on stage. That shit was hilarious.
That's hilarious. But I love her, man. That was
It was classic. Very classic. It's this one chick on social media that like they got a video of her just mocking Mary J. Blige dances. It's not, that's all more so out of respect than anything else. But it is funny that that she does that. She's been doing the same dances since '92 with Real Love. Or '91 rather. Shit. Yeah.
It's funny. It's not right.
Yeah.
Mary J be getting it on the stage. Why she be getting it?
Yeah.
She don't give a. She don't care. She don't need no dance, no nothing, no box. Kind of reminds me of maybe that's where Drake got it from this video.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Well, so what was it? Jennifer Hudson, she's just announced this week that she's splitting after with her ex-fiance after 10 years in an engagement. Now, again, the natures of why they're getting a split is none of our business, but my question to you is how long is too long of a fucking engagement? Because 10 years is a sentence. That's what the fuck that is. Yeah.
How long is this engagement?
Yeah, how long is too long in an engagement? That's like 10 years is a sentence. That's a prison sentence right there. 10 years.
Yeah, that's a long time.
To say that's a lot of years to say we're about to do some shit. That's what that means to me.
Yeah, I mean, if there was no engagement in play and it was just 10 years we're together, then that's fine because you're not anticipating something. But 10 years of just waiting for the question for us to just get it done, that's a long time, I think.
Are they saving money? Is that the question?
Yeah,
I don't think money.
Is that why they're doing that?
I don't think money was. Personally, I don't think money is an issue, especially with her being on The Voice and being a singer and being in Netflix movies and him being a wrestler. He's a wrestler commentator now, so they're making decent money. They're making decent money, so it's something else going on.
They have to be.
They got an 8-year-old son, and it's I'm sure it's gonna be rough on the kid, but ultimately, it's up to us as the parents to show happy, to show us going for our happiness. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of folks want to stay together because they don't want to grow up in a house where they didn't have both parents. But it doesn't make any sense for you to show a kid how unhappy you are just by sticking together for them, because they're going to grow up and do the very same. They're going to grow up and do the very same thing you did. And yeah, that's not what that ain't what I'm teaching. If it's if we're not happy, we're gonna have to sit down the kids and look, listen, me and your mommy, the shit's not working out, and I very well might even curse at my kids because my kid knows.
The shit's not working out.
Yeah, this shit's not working out. So relationships are for the birds. I tell my sons, don't let them sucker you into this shit. No, just basically, break it down to them. We're having issues getting along, and basically that's just what it's gonna be. So, yeah. But like we said, how long is too long of an engagement? I mean, how long do you have engagements for?
Honestly, I think if you're still engaged after 4 years and not married, chances are that it probably ain't gonna happen, and somebody's stalling. So I mean, maybe 3-4 years. I give it that, and even that may be too long.
Yeah. Wow, that's 10 years. 10 years is a long time. 10 years is entirely
I
too
think,
long.
for the normal person, maybe it's maybe we're saving up, or maybe there's a plan, but that's something that you gotta talk with your significant other about. Like, maybe we ain't gonna get married this year, but this is the reason why. But if you're just there's no reason, or we're just not getting married, then something's wrong. You need to go, because why waste your time when you can be doing something different?
Yeah. Well, staying on the subject, somewhat. It's like I would say like a side subject, a revote, if you will, of this whole engagement thing. But this concept of being single until married, like I see a lot of it's one of the small things about social media that burns me up inside when I see girls that were in relationships and then again they break up and they say I'm single now. No, you've been single. You weren't married. It's like you're single until you're fucking married. Let's get that shit understood. When you fill out job applications, the shit does not say in a relationship. It's complicated. That's some Facebook social media shit. It says single, married, divorced. Get the shit through your fucking head. You're single until you're married, and you should conduct yourself as such. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not, when you're in a relationship, that you don't work towards commitment, because that's what you're doing. It's practice. I would say you're engaging in practice as far as, and depending on the type of relationship that you're even in, because some people have open relationships where they do what they do, but for claiming rights, we're together. But and that's it ain't for it's not for everybody, but traditionally, when you're again, you're in a relationship, we're not married, we're still single. That's my theory on it, and I stick with it. You got people say, "Oh, I'm single now," and all this. Okay, so when people go to clubs and how many single people in the house, if you don't have a wedding ring on your hand, I need that hand to go up, or you need to yell woo, or whatever the directions are given by the MC of the night when they say, "Are there any single people in the house? Raise your fucking hand." That's how I see it. Erica, what's your stance on this single until married thing?
I don't really take the same stance on it. I mean, when you aren't married, or when you guys are single, I think in any relationship, you guys are going to have your own set of rules that you're going to go by. When you're single, obviously, it's a little bit relaxed, and no one can really hold you to that married standard. If you're not going to put a ring on it, then you don't hold that same weight as somebody that would. But on the other side, it still is making that commitment to me that you're working towards. So you shouldn't be messing around. And maybe to your point, if you do, maybe you have more leeway because you're not really married. But to me, in a relationship, whatever relationship, you have a certain type of, respect, or you kind of owe that person whatever it is that you guys are trying to gain in that relationship. So it may be, some people, if they're in a relationship, they want an open relationship, or they don't mind seeing other people, or they don't have no weight on that. I think it's more individuality, like what you prefer. Now, for me, like if we're in a relationship, whether we're single or not, I mean, we're working towards that, so I wouldn't expect nobody to cheat on me. But I mean, it happens. It happens every day.
You do realize that you agreed with me, right?
In a way, I did. That's
Erica, you did. You agreed. My thing is, if I'm in a relationship, I'm seeing that individual, and that's it. At least from here on out, because previously, I mean, if you had, again, from a previous standpoint where I didn't have like a better maturity on things, I fucked around. Nothing, not the full extent, but just enough that it wasn't right. I'll say that. But going forward and learning from my past is like, if you're going to get into, again, if I'm going to get into a relationship, that's all I see. That's all I want. That's the reason why I chose this thing. And that's what I mean by like, being single again until married, So, I mean, you can pretty much, if you want to engage into a relationship, you're practicing, on this commitment that you're going to be, that you're going to do for basically for the rest of your life, because the individual that you're with, and you would hope that's it. That's it for you.
Yeah.
Like what I'm saying is that some folks do have, not me and personally, but some folks do have situations where they're in an open relationship. Whatever floats your boat, that's on you. That's Pandora's box, because how can you call me for cheating if we're already doing it? You know what I'm saying? There is no cheating if it's an open relationship.
Yeah,
So the rules must be addressed up front, as far as how we're playing the game. And so like I said, you basically agree with me. Everything you said is basically what I said. So that shows me, Erica, that you're not listening to me when I'm talking on this show. That was about. Oh my God.
To your point, I said it goes to your point. It's just
you said I don't agree. You said I don't agree with you, but everything you said. Well, the revote is this. I'm changing the name of the show to Revote. That's what we're doing. I like that better. We'll call it the Revote. But no.
The Revote.
Because I don't. Again, everything you said, I agree with. I was just saying, like, for some folks that are out there, they do have open relationships, and that's just the name of the game. But my thing is, will you agree with me as far as that you're single until married? That's basically the main focal point. Like, unless we're so even in a relationship, you're technically, I'm saying, from a technical standpoint, you're single, because I've yet to put the down payment on the house, is what I'm saying. Because there's still room. If there's no ring, there's still room for for someone else to win your affection in some form of fashion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So therefore we agree, and we took the revote, and we back on the same page. Shug, do you have a revote, or what you want to do?
Man, yep. That's an interesting conversation of us.
Yeah.
I mean,
we had the same point. Were you not listening either?
Yeah. I mean,
jeez, I need a revote.
I just, if I'm single, I just don't want nobody cheating on me.
Yeah, of course.
At all.
That's what I'm saying. Of course, and that's how it should be. I mean, you shouldn't want to do that. Again, if you're single and you're in a relationship, yes, the focus is us, and there should be no outside sources. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's where maturity comes in, and it's more cases, more often than not, it's at least for the straight world, it's the guy that tends to to veer off commonly. And it's not to say that women don't do that, but it's very, very common that the guy will veer off, and for whatever reason. I don't get to speak for every guy in the world, but you have your reasons for doing so. But what we can agree on, and then I'll let you finish, Ebony. I mean to Kanye West you like this, but when you find exactly what you want, there's no need for anything else. That's when and it's so hard to even find that shit. So when you see something that you've yearned for throughout your adult life, and you see what you want, you don't want anything, and then nothing else is appealing. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, once stuffed crust came out, there's not any better pizza brand for me. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. Pizza Hut, they shut it down, and that's just the way. That's just the name of the name of the game. That's just my analogy on that. But I give the floor back to you, Shug. I won't bother you no more. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Taylor. That's questioning. We're engagement, like, alright. But I mean, yes, I think I understand. It's like, I mean, what are you talking about? Like saving something. I'm sorry, you something that you can get married for $100 and didn't have a thing alone. So you have your engagement. So yeah, like I said, somebody wasn't ready, and they didn't want to make that big commitment. But if you're gonna say, "Hey, I'm engaged to you," then that means that yes, I'm planning on getting married to you soon, not 10 years later. But it takes years or two. But 10 years. I mean, what are you holding on to? By that, pretty much like, what are we holding on to? You know, because, you know, she just wasted 10 whole years. I say wasted because she was engaged. Thought she was going to get married. Wasted. Now they're breaking up. And then, you know, I mean, dang. You know, that's blowing time. You just wasting that hope. You could have found somebody. You could have found the one. Or, you know, with the universe. It's like a wait. I'm sure it would feel like a wait, you know?
Right.
But now that's just, maybe it wasn't a committed relationship. Well, somebody wasn't committed. Hell, 10 years, somebody wasn't committed. You know?
Yeah.
But somebody was most definitely not. So that's how I feel about it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. I guess we'll close out on this. I guess this was this topic. This woman had this woman was arrested for having a "fuck Trump" bumper sticker on her truck, and she just recently was released from jail. I did not know that having a "fuck whoever" could get you arrested.
Neither did I. I was like, I didn't know that. I could have actually messed up and did that. I could have been in jail right now.
What kind of shit? What is freedom of speech? What is freedom of speech?
There's no freedom of speech anymore. There is none.
Are we in communism?
No more freedom. No more freedom. But you know what's crazy? Trump can say all the stuff that he wants to, and it just, I don't know. It's so weird nowadays. You gotta be careful what you say, and
no. He called. No. He can call us sons of bitches. But if I got a "fuck Trump" bumper sticker, I get arrested.
That's so crazy to me. It makes no sense. Think how communist countries run. If you,
I'm befuddled.
Their dictator happens.
I am quite befuddled about this.
How communist country runs? You can't say anything, or I don't know.
Yeah, I'm befuddled.
It's really weird when we come to. It's crazy.
I'm befuddled about the whole situation. I'll be honest with you. I'm totally, utterly befuddled that we live in a country that the president says what the fuck he wants, but everybody else gets in trouble for it. But I digress. You know.
Former President Obama, like it was nothing.
Yeah.
It was nothing. You know, nothing happened to them. Nothing was done.
I heard this shit.
But then obviously people want to be checking for records when they speak about the president.
Yeah. No, and act dumb when they talk of white supremacy. It shows that. It's sad because white supremacy not only fucks with, I would say, it doesn't affect like any other race. It even fucks with their own women. You know what I'm saying? Like the mindset that they have towards their their own women and women in general. I mean, it shows more and more pressing every day with this. These stories that come out, especially with Hollywood. The Weinstein guy. You know what I mean? That's an example of fucking white supremacy at its best. You know what I'm saying? Like the power balance that they felt that he had, that he could do certain things that he did, and it's like wow. You know what I mean? It's like, no, I'm taking that pussy. I'm gonna grab it by the pussy and I'm gonna become president. And that's really what it is. And it's sad because. It's contradicting to be a woman that supports Trump, because again, this guy believes in grabbing you by the pussy, yet you put him in. You want him to be in office. You feel like he's going to do good for you. How so? How do you feel like he's going to help you when Trump only gives a fuck about Trump? Believe that shit. Look at the interaction between him and his wife when he's at these conferences, and and he's got these speeches and shit, and wherever he speaks, just look at her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, that ain't gonna last. I don't even know.
That shit ain't natural.
It is a relationship. I feel like she's getting paid to be there.
That shit is not natural. You know what I mean?
A lot of times, hell.
Am I to believe that Donald Trump fucked her? Is that what I'm supposed to believe?
Gosh, that's crazy. That's money. Money will do different things for you, and that's what it's doing for her, I guess. Because there's no amount of money that they could pay me to stay with somebody like that. He's just disrespectful all the way around to who he's with.
But I'm saying after he takes off that damn toupee, she's basically fucking a white Sherman Hemsley. What the fuck? You know, it's I don't know.
Oh man,
I
couldn't do it.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it. Get
I don't know. But overall, something must be done. They got 5 articles for impeachment and lined on this cat. So we'll see where that goes. We'll see. They get there's the ball. The ball's rolling. We just don't know where it stops. And hopefully it stops in a better place than where we are right now. I don't know if that means taking Pence out as well. If it means if there's going to be a new administration period, but he has to go. He's not. I don't think he's meant to lead. He's not meant to lead a country. He's not meant to. He's not meant to lead a country. Period. That's it. That's all I do know. He's not meant to lead a country. He does not know. He does not know how to talk to people. He's mocking another a dictator over in North Korea on fucking Twitter. It's not like I called him fat or short or fat or anything. Like, what are you guys, 10? Are you 12?
Yeah.
They would have ripped Obama to shreds if he was talking to Putin like that.
Oh my gosh, long time ago. He wasn't even president then.
They would have ripped Bush. They would have ripped Bush for that matter.
Obama at a different standard than they do Trump. They held us at such a Obama at such a different standard. If Obama would have made one wrong move, they would have been all over it.
Yeah.
Trump's been making dirty moves the whole time, and nothing.
Yeah, I mean, if it was, and even with Bush and Saddam, if he would have said some shit like that, everybody would have torn to Bush too. So, I don't really think it's definitely not. It's a colored thing, but it's not a colored thing at the same time. Because again, the same thing that Obama got, Bush would have got, but it's because Trump is white. He's able to do this shit.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
That privilege.
White supremacy. Call it what it is. It's sad, man. I just don't see why you just don't view. And it's funny. We'll close out. I close out on this notion. I was having a conversation with my coworker and a good friend of mine, and she had made a statement to me that men do not view women as equals. And I, for me, like I told her, growing up where I came from, again, the women did everything. The man isn't really valued. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure any guy that's in my family can testify to that. I don't know why it's been that way, but I come from an era where the women did a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? I don't see. So for me, I don't have the mindset that, oh no, she's not able to do that. She needs me to conduct this. I don't know that, you know what I'm saying? Because the women did roughly everything where I came from. I just come from a family of strong women, so I don't have that same viewpoint, that others may have. But when I see, as I'm paying attention more and more of the shit that's going on in our society, it's like, damn, I see where she's coming from with this whole thing. Is like women are not viewed as equals, and it sucks. And again, I think it stems back to that whole, that white supremacy concept, because they look down upon, women, like women are here to serve them, or even other races are there to serve them. You know what I'm saying? Which is bogus to me, because again, we're in a land of opportunity. It's supposed to be equal for everybody, but as we see, the playing field is definitely uneven, and we can only work towards change. That's it. We have to be willing to call out our issues, and then work towards change. But I mean, Erica, you being new to the show, what is your viewpoint as far as like how do you feel that men don't view women as equals?
I think it's getting better now, but I think there's still some instances where they They don't. I work in a predominantly male workforce, and I still feel like I have to fight every day for them to hear what I have to say, or for them to just know that I can be just as good as them at my job. Right. And I work on aircraft, and it's always been like that, and I've been there for 14 years. So yeah, it's still a struggle, and I think there's things that are getting better, but I still think that men all the way around feel like women are inferior to them.
Right. Okay. Shug. Well, I mean, I don't know if we've talked about this before, but yeah, just what's your stance on it?
Yeah, well, from my experience, I don't feel like I don't want to say this, but just that I hear, me speaking from, male dominant career field, and then, as well as military, I hear about a lot of stuff that you don't talk about because we're held at this high standard,
Yeah.
And so we're in the military. We can't possibly do anything. We can't do anything wrong. But people seem to forget that we come from all walks of life. And so just because we get used to service does not change who we are before we got in. You know what I mean? And some people come out fresh out of school. So what they've seen at home, that kind of carries over with them versus someone who, lived the life a little bit before getting in. And so I think that it is very, very hard. I see a lot of women. Right now, I've worked, there's a bunch of people that work over me, that are over us, the males. And I can just how when even after interacting with certain individuals or males or whatever, they kind of don't like it. They don't, they don't like being around by a female. And that's quite hard just to get to where they're at in their positions, just to show them that, we're not soft or, that we can be tough too. And it shouldn't have to be that way, but yeah, I don't, in my opinion, it's just somewhat getting a little bit better, but it's 2017 and it's still, it could be a lot much more better than this, but it's not at all.
Right.
That's just my opinion. Being a female, I could be a hard ass for somebody at work, but oh my gosh, I would get my behind chewed out if they saw me being a hard ass for it. But if there was a man doing the same thing that I did, he would be afraid. He's so like, oh man, I'm good. He's crazy. But if that was me, oh no, I would get chewed out like it was no tomorrow.
Yeah, it's maybe I just never really focused on it. I know some people obviously do think about do have that mindset, but I go, for me personally, I don't have that shit. I've seen it work both ways, where women use being a woman to not do things, and I've seen men kind of like look at women like they don't know how to, they're not equipped to do it because they are women. I've seen pregnant women say that, they weren't able to go out and do like, at least from my career field in aviation, they won't go out and do an airfield check because they're pregnant. But according to the requirements and regulations, you're able to do so. That's what you signed up for in the job. I've seen,
it goes both ways.
Yeah. I've seen that shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean,
I have female my shop. And all we do is we computers. People go sit in the office and that's your part. And I'm looking like, are you crazy? I've had a kid before, but I'm fine. So all I do is sit at somebody's desk and work on a computer. Like, I don't need to sit in the office. I can still continue to do my job. There's no reason. And I see that a lot. I don't know if it's, if that's just because they see how some women are like, oh, I can't do this because, I'm pregnant. But that just irks my nerves sometimes. I'm like, are you serious? If you ain't high risk, just like my old lady should say, hey, if you ain't mom, you can do it, As long as we're not something that's put yourself in danger. But like I said, I've tried to be I've had to be a hard ass. And I do the same thing as the guy next to me, but I'm always speaking as the angry woman, the angry female. Yeah. Like, what the hell, towards someone or something like that, and then they see you as soft, and you're not as hard as you should be. So it's like you kind of stuck in that middle. Like you're on the fence. You don't know where you go because you and that if you don't, you know. So you kind of just there. But it's really hard.
Yeah. Well, Eric, I want to thank you for being on the show today. It definitely was fun talking with you and revoting with you, and seeing the interaction between you and your sister, which is great. And it's still hard to to pick apart you guys' voices. You guys might even be twins, for as far as I know. Yeah, you can come anytime. I actually have an idea that I want to do for having like an I want to say like an all female panel, basically like me getting wisdom and I guess a woman's perspective on a lot of things. So you obviously your sister will be a part of it. More than welcome to to come back on and school me on the life of a woman. You know what I'm saying? So that maybe I can help guys see the way you guys see it. You know what I'm saying? And you guys are more than welcome to listen to the locker room and hear the graphic shit that we speak about on that show. And yeah, so that was it'll be fun. I mean, I'll keep you guys posted as far as that goes. But Eric, you got any social media information you want to give out for like anyone that may want to like follow you, or are you good on that?
I'm good on that.
Okay.
Right now.
Well, yeah, no problem. Well, Sugar, you want to let folks know where they can reach you?
Twitter, Crumbler. Right? Yeah, I do and I don't use Twitter, but I look on there. We talk about people that just look at stuff. Look to the Insta.
Yeah.
Talking about Insta. I don't post, but I do on there. So I don't really post too much on there, but you can reach me at Crumbler.
Yeah. Okay. Well, obviously, you can reach me on what is it? At Instagram, Facebook. No, not Facebook. You can't reach me on Facebook. I'm fucking that up. Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at ROMEY_MAK. Erica, be sure to follow me so I can revote you on random topics and things. But yeah, the Facebook.com/RomyMac2cents. And that's pretty much it. So from Sugar Booger, even Karumbe, and our lovely guest today, Erica, we want to thank you guys for listening. But we out. Peace.